Hi everyone. So today I'm going to show you some of my favorite budget items that I would probably buy again and really enjoy using despite the price. Like that doesn't come into it, they're still good enough quality. So I'll start with eyeshadow palettes because I think that's what I've got the most of. A lot of them, pretty much all of them, Revolution. I really like Revolution eyeshadows. I've never really had a problem with them. And I think they have some unique formulas too. I'll show you in a sec. But yeah, I'll start with the one that isn't Revolution that I think is really good. And I got this from like Amazon, but I'm sure you can buy it in store too. This is the Maybelline Nudes of New York palette, and it's just neutrals, but it's a nice basic palette to have. The really blendable, nice formula. Wouldn't really say, they're probably more of a buildable formula than some of the Revolution ones I'm going to show you. But yeah, it's a really nice palette, really good basic palette to have in your collection. So there's that one. Right. I want to talk about this. This is called the Foil Frenzy Intense Metallic Cream Powder Eyeshadow by Makeup Revolution. These are really unique, like it's a really unique texture and it's really super like metallic, like it says. Today I've got some just on my inner corner. I'll pop a bit more on. But it's like, in a way, it kind of reminds me of like the ColourPop ones, but like maybe like a little bit less powdery. But like I don't know, these are really nice. Like I'll show you. Like, so we've got, like, let's go with the green, the purple, and the gold. Like, I don't know, I think they're really good. Like the shine they give off, and I wouldn't really say that I find them creasing a lot. Like, considering the type of formula it is, it's just a really good palette, really. Yeah, so that's a really nice palette to have as well, just as like a topper almost. Now, so they've got this one, but they also do in the XX Revolution range, and this one is basically like the same type of thing, but it's got like a prettier packaging, I guess. And this is the Amethyst palette, and you can see it's very pretty, like, but you open it and it's got like all different color ones in there. Like, I think this is maybe like a slightly different formula in the sense that it's not as, it doesn't pick up as thick. It's more of a, it's like a thinner formula, but it's still along the same lines, and honestly really pretty. Like, they do some shades that you don't really see in the Foil Frenzy, so there's that. But like, again, like, I know they might look a bit washed out because of the light, but I don't know, like some of them are kind of duochromy as well, which I really like. So overall, like, out of the two, I would probably recommend the cheaper one, but I don't know, there was something about the packaging on this that made me want to buy it. So yeah, and then also, so I'm gonna talk about some of the like eyeshadow palette ranges they have in Revolution. So Revolution does a few different types, and they're all, it's hard because they have so many sister brands, so it's like hard to know what exactly is what. But I'd say one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes, like ranges that they do, is the Revolution Pro. I think this is called the Color Focus, and I think some of these actually do Pat McGrath, if I'm right, like some of them, but they are just really pretty. I'm wearing this one today. I'm wearing like this and some of the matte transitions and the black. But yeah, like it's just a really pretty colour story, and the metallics and the shimmers are really nice in this. I'd say that they can be a bit fallouty, so be careful in that sense, because there's a lot of like glitters in it in the actual eyeshadow. So they had the Bronze Glow one. This is the Night and Day. That's pretty. Like I'm pretty sure this is like a dupe for Pat McGrath, and like some of these are really like duochromy. Yeah, they're so pretty though. As you can see, that one's more like blue, and then we've got the Earth and Stone palette, which just this one is kind of a mess because one of the eyeshadows, I guess, is like the pink in this is just sort of gets everywhere. But yeah, this is the palette. Yeah, like these ones are kind of got like a shift to them. The green's really pretty, a nice warm browns, like nice pigment. I'd say these are really nice, but they're kind of on the higher end of Revolution. Like I'm sure they're about £13, but you can sometimes get like a discount or get them in like a gift set I've seen. So there's that. Very some of my favorite palettes. Now I'll talk about the other range in a minute, but I'm just gonna get this one out because I think this one is always on sale, and I just think for the price it's a really nice palette. Like you have the packaging, it's called the Courage Wild Animal palette, and yeah, like as you can see, it's just neutrals and pinks, but they are really pretty, and I got this for £4, and I just think if it's on sale for £4, like it's a really good price for a palette. I mean, it's not, I wouldn't say this is like my favorite on my whole collection, but it's really nice. Like it covers a lot of different things, and I just think it would be a good eyeshadow palette, especially for a beginner. You don't want to spend a lot of money on it, but you still want the quality. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that. Now the next, like these are the last palettes, but I have the Forever Flawless. I've got a few palettes from that collection. So the first one I bought was Unconditional Love, which looks like this. And then it's very pinky reddy. See, it's weird because like I wouldn't really say these tones are tones that I am super attracted to, but at the time like I did get a lot of use out of it, and it is a nice palette. The only thing is with this palette, I found that they didn't really have like a very good like inner corner highlight. Like they all seem quite dark, but still like really good quality as well. Like nice palettes. The eyeshadows in these, the mattes especially, super buttery, really nice. The next one I got is Allure, and the packaging looks like this. It's gorgeous. Like this is Tim, by the way, so yeah, it's a really nice packaging, and each color story has its own different design. And these have got these like little speckled metallic eyeshadows, which I really do like. And it's got that like pinky mauvey tone to it. Like I think it's really pretty. I can see why I bought this one, but it's not something I get loads of use out of. But I think I liked this one because of all the lighter shades I had in it. Like I love like inner corner highlights, or like even just using like really bright eyeshadows all over the lid. I love that. But yeah, this is like a really, I don't know, it's almost like a moment in time for me because I remember the time when I bought this. So it's like nostalgic. But yeah, really nice palette. And the last one is the chilled with cannabis sativa. It's like this. It's like the weed palette. Very pretty design again. And the inside is obviously greens. But yeah, it's got some glitters in here too, and the certain ones like is that like putty type eyeshadow where it's like soft. This is a really nice palette because it doesn't just, it's not just green, it's got a little bit of neutral gold, like a little bit of purpley tones in here, like, and the fact that it's got the glitter also makes it really versatile. Um, but these are normally around, I think they're around £10, somewhere around that. And I just think for the price, you can't really complain. Like, they give you some, like, a really nice effect. Like, some of the Revolution stuff is almost high-end-esque, where it's like you could look at it and think that's probably a high-end eyeshadow or something when it's just Makeup Revolution, but they almost make it looks. So I really do. But I like the fact that in this palette they added the putty ones. I don't know why, like I just thought that was really cool. Like a lot of different textures to play with, because obviously with eyeshadow every shade has already been done before. So the only thing left to, play around with is the texture. So I like that they're trying to play around with that. So those are all the eyeshadows. Get them out the way. Oh. Those are all the eyeshadows. And now I'm just gonna talk about like face products and like other eye products, I guess. I'll start with foundations. I want to talk about this one because I don't really feel like I don't really see many people talking about Rimmel. I just don't like. But this Last and Finish Breathable. This is a really nice foundation. It's got like a doe foot. Mine's probably quite disgusting, but yeah, I've used nearly half of this, which is quite rare for me with a foundation. It's what I'm wearing today. It's not like the most high coverage, but it's quite natural looking, I feel like, in real life. Yeah, it's a really nice formulation, I think. Like, I've had some, I mean, I feel like a lot of the foundations as of recently have been kind of thick and heavy, but I've kind of been enjoying like the more medium coverage side of things, I guess. But this is a really nice one, and yeah, I don't really see many people talking about it. Don't even know if they still do this, because I'm sure I got this might be like a year or two ago now. So yeah, but it's a really good, if you've come across it, definitely pick it up because it's a good one. I have the shade 100 Ivory. The next one is the Essence Pretty Natural. I've used this a few times and I really think it's a nice satin foundation. Like, it's one of those ones where it's like, it's really nice, but you can't put your finger on what's nice about it. It's just a nice foundation. It sits really nice on the skin. This color I have is a little bit dark. That's like 110 Cool Beige. But this is so cheap. Like, honestly, like, try it. Like, it's a really nice foundation. I wouldn't really say it's just hydrating either. It's because of the satin finish. It doesn't really like get too overly dewy or anything like that. So yeah, it's one I've been really enjoying. So those are the foundations. Now I want to talk about the concealers. Yeah, sorry. Um, Revolution Conceal and Define Infinite. I think this is a really good one. Like, I wouldn't really say it's like the most amazing concealer ever. Like, I feel like this might be a bit harsh for people who have like dry skin as opposed to oily, but this like gives some really nice coverage. They've got like such a wide range of shades in all of the concealers, foundations, and etc. Like, honestly, I know Revolution, like, people hate on them a lot, but a lot of this stuff's really like decent. Like, if you give them a chance, they're not that bad. Like, um so this, I have this on today. Again, it's under my eyes. I just feel like it offers a really nice amount of coverage, and it sits really nice on the skin. Like, I think I feel like the older one sort of maybe sat a bit more in the skin rather than this where it like blends in properly. The other concealer I wanted to mention, now this is old and I don't even think there's any left, but I just kept it because the packaging, like, to show you guys. But this Lottie London Got It Covered concealer, I used to really like this. It was really brightening. I think I have the shade, I don't even know, Porcelain. But yeah, this is really nice. Like, it was so cheap too. Like, I never hear anybody really talking about this, but it did have like a little spongy applicator on the end. But honestly, super brightening. I really liked it. Like, almost like probably one of my favorite concealers from the drugstore, I'd say, is this, because the price as well. It's just like, the Revolution concealers are nice, but even they can get up there with some of the prices. Like, this isn't, like, I think I got this for like £5, which, you know, you can't really complain, especially when it's such a nice finish. It's almost high-end looking. And then I think another obvious one is everyone's favorite Maybelline Instant Age Eraser. Weird name, but yeah, I took the thing off mine because, yeah, so it's proper gunky. But yeah, this is a really, like, it's not super thick. It just does what it says on the tin. It does, like, sort of make you look more awake. Yeah, the sponge tip is kind of annoying, but I'd say this is a really nice concealer. Like, if you haven't tried this yet, where have you been? Like, everybody's tried this. Like, you need to try it. It's a good one. Eye primers. So my favorite eye primer, I'd say, is the BeautyBay eye primer. It's got coverage to it, which is nice. It's got a few different shades, like, but yeah, like, I struggle with eye primers because I do find that, like, they can crease on me, even the ones that say that they won't, like they do. I've just got very creasy eyes, and this one, it does crease a bit if you leave it too long, but if you go straight in with your eyeshadow, it really makes the eyeshadows pop. And I just think nobody really talks about this, but it's a nice one. If you like P. Louise or those type of ones, I think you'd like this one a lot. Like, and it's so much cheaper. I think I'm sure I got this for around a £5 or £2. Like, again, this is a really good value product, and it's one of my favorites. Like, I pick it over some, like, my other eye primers, you know, so that's a really good one. I want to mention the NYX Glitter Primer too, because I think this is important, especially if you're gonna get these. I'd say, okay, these, like, color focus palettes, get this because they have, like, lots of glitters in there, or even like the glitters in the Forever Flawless ones. Like, get this because it'll help not get like glitter all over your face. Like, it'll really help for that. And yeah, like, sometimes it's nice to play around with glitter, and it's always handy to have this. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that. Mascara wise, the only one I've been using is this, and I love this. Like, I genuinely love this. You can't see because I've got eyelashes on today, but this is amazing. Like, this has to be my favorite mascara I've ever used, I think. Yeah, like, I don't think I've ever used one as good as this. Maybelline and L'Oreal always do really nice formulas. I like the telescopic ones like that, but this, oh, I don't know, it's just something about it. Like you can just lengthen without the clumpiness, and I just really enjoy that. Like honestly, if you've not tried this, try it because it does amazing things for your lashes. Like seriously. Okay. So next, let's talk about some liquid face products. So I for like liquid highlighters, I'm going to mention two. This one is the first one I had, which it's a nice one, but it's not as nice as this other one I'm going to show you in a minute. But I'd say it's a really good option if you can't get a hold of the other one. It does still do the trick and stuff. It's a nice product. Like, don't get me wrong, it's really nice. It's more of a pinky silvery shade though, so I'd say maybe try and see if there's any other shades to this, because yeah, this one's a bit like pinky silver, and I don't know, something about that doesn't look quite right on my skin. So yeah, it's really nice, but just maybe see if there's any different shades. Okay, now this, I love this, like genuinely. I've never tried the Charlotte Tilbury one, don't know what that's like, haven't ever bought anything from Charlotte Tilbury, but this is kind of a dupe, I think, because it's got the little, and this is a liquid highlight called in the shade Ablaze. This is so nice. Like, I've got it on today, you can't really see, but this, I don't know, that I just reach for this so much that it's almost like I can't not mention it. Like, I don't know, when I've been going for more cream products like cream blush, highlighter and bronzer, this is what I reach for, and it's just so nice, honestly. Like, I feel like if you're wanting to try the Charlotte Tilbury one, try this first and see what you think, because I just think honestly it looks expensive. Genuinely, like on the face, in the packaging, it looks expensive, and yeah, it's just a really nice product. I don't think you'd be disappointed if you bought that. So as for blushes, I have two. One is the e.l.f. Putty Primer, which I don't know what shade I actually have this in, but it's just a peachy pink, really. This is a really nice blusher. Like, these two, the two I'm going to show you are a little bit different. I'd say this is more of a stiffer formula in the sense that it's not emollient. Like, it's more dry, but not like dry like matte. It's definitely still, you can still tell it's a cream, but it doesn't like move around your makeup, or it just, I don't know, it's just like, and it's more buildable. It's definitely more of a buildable blush. It's just really pretty, honestly. If you've not tried these, they do them in quite a few shades. You definitely should, because they also do putty bronzers, which I'll talk about in a minute. But the other thing I want to talk about is this Makeup Obsession cheek and lip duo. Now, I got this in the shade Dreamboat, I think it is. It's pretty. This one is definitely more emollient, so if you want that more glossy like blush look, if you know what I mean, whereas like this one doesn't really look super glossy, but this one does. It's like a very dewy formula and emollient. It's really nice. Like, it just depends on what you prefer. So cream bronzers. Now this one I wouldn't really count as a bronzer. I'd say this is more of a contour just because the shade I got it in. This is the e.l.f. putty one I was talking about before, but this is like it's a very cool shade, like grey almost. So I use it more for contouring, but they do other shades like that are more warm. These are nice. They are like, again, I'd say I wouldn't really say I'd say it's a tiny bit more emollient than a blush, but it's not emollient to the level of that Makeup Obsession blush. It's still quite stiff and silicone-y, but it's really nice. Like, it's a really nice one. But I'd say my favourite cream bronzer is, I don't know if this is how much this is, but I'm sure it was around £10. So it can't be like, it's still budget, I'd say. But yeah, this is the SOSU, I don't even, just says contour stick, and I've got it in the shade Cool. And that's it there. And I just like slap that on, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like one of those where you have to dip into the stick. Just draw it on and go. And it's like, it's not too pigmented. I don't know, it's like, it's pigmented, but when you blend it out, it blends really softly and nicely. So yeah, it's just a really nice product, like one of my favorites. Like, I can't see myself without this. It's a really nice one. I want to talk about some eye pencils that I just think, now these are probably not going to be for you if, say you are more of a neutral person. You're probably not going to like these pencils. But if you like experimenting with colour, I'd say get these, because they are pretty nice and you get a lot, like a wide range of colours there. I think this was in, these are Makeup Obsession, but it was a collab with Illuminati, I think. But these pencils, I know, like, they are coal, but they are really nice just to play around with. Like, I never seen these, because the coals, they're not gonna last as long as, you know, like gel pencils or something like that, but they're nice to play around with the colours, and rather than having to shell out all the money for an expensive gel eye pencil that you're probably not going to use that much. These I think I got these for around £10 to £15 for all of them, so I just thought that was a good price. And I don't really see like many colours like these, like brights, in the drugstore, so the fact that you can get these all in a pack is quite nice. So yeah, I just wanted to mention those in case any of you do like playing around with colour. The other one thing I wanted to talk about is this Barium Brow Tamer and Fix Me Up. It's like a liquid and they give you a spoolie with it. You drop the liquid onto the spoolie, like brush them up, and I feel like it has pretty good hold, but without being too crunchy. I've tried a few different brow gels where it's like, yeah, they stay in place, but it's like they feel stiff, like they just don't feel quite nice. So I really like this one. It's a bit of faff having to drop it on, but it does really work, and for the price, it's such a good deal. I know everybody's like going on about that Anastasia brow freeze stuff, but I feel like this is a good alternative. It might not be as good because I've not tried that, but I do think it gives that same effect, like the lifted brow effect. um Now, product as well, another brow product I wanted to mention is the Mua Brow Define, and this is like £3. Genuinely such a good product. I get these all the time because I just don't see the point in paying for a pencil that is pretty much the same as this. And you know what I mean? It just feels like a waste when I know I like this one. This is the shade, I think it's just dark brown, but yeah, really nice, not super pigmented, so it's not something you mess up on, and if you do mess up on it, you can kind of like go in and fix it quick. It's a little bit waxier too, which I quite like. This is a really nice pencil, and it's something that's like pretty much a staple in my collection. I feel like I've had this for years, not like this same one. I've had these for years. Like, I've bought so many of these in the past, so yeah. Okay, blushes and stuff. Now I wanted to mention, in the last haul I did, I think I mentioned about my BeautyBay highlighters, bronzers and blush, and I want to say I think they're really nice for the price. Like, I bought these, I don't know, they were so cheap because I think there was like 40% off BeautyBay, and I just think like that's a really pretty highlight. You know, this is a really pigmented but usable bronzer, and the blushes are just really pretty, you know? Like, I can't fault these. They're really nice products, and for the price, there's something I probably would recommend if you're more into like powder products than creams and stuff. Go for these because they are really nice, and I've been using them a lot. And then I wanted to mention this one I'm going to show you next, Dupes Orgasm, but I just think these are really nice. I like the petite packaging, and yeah, it's just honestly really worth it for the money. Like, Sleek do really nice blushes. Like, I've been using them for years. I've got quite a few in my collection, but yeah, the other one I wanted to show you was the one that dupes Orgasm, and it looks like this. It's the shade Rose Gold, and this is really pretty. Don't really need a highlighter when you're wearing this because it's just so shiny, but it's gorgeous. Like, I just wouldn't see the point in buying the NARS one when you can get this. Genuinely, like, why? Why spend the money when it's pretty much the same thing? The last thing I think I wanted to show, oh, there's a few more, but this powder is the best powder I think they have in the drugstore, and it's the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. They do a few different shades in this, but this is really nice. It blares, but it's kind of glowy, but not like shimmery glowy. It's just, there's something to it where it's like it's not completely flat matte, and I'd say this almost stands up to my Laura Mercier. Maybe not in terms of blaring, but I don't know, there's just something about it. It's just like adds like a filter to your skin. It's really good. Like, honestly, like something that it's something that I wouldn't really want to be without in a way. So yeah, and then setting spray. My two favourites are the NYX Dewy Setting Spray, which doesn't really have any scent or anything, and then if I do want one that's got a bit of a scent, I use this. I don't really hear people talk about this. It's the Iheart Revolution Dewy Makeup Fixing Spray. It's a really nice mist, and the smells so good. I know like some people are really against like scents and stuff, but this smells so nice. Just try not to get it in your mouth because it doesn't taste quite nice. Yeah, these are so nice. They just like that finishing touch to your makeup to make it all like meld in together, and I love them. Like, I can't be without setting sprays. It's how I know I'm finished with my makeup. It's like, I'm done now. But yeah, I think that's everything. I think. Is there anything else? Yeah, I think that's like everything I wanted to talk about. I suppose I never really talked about lip product. Just give me a sec, I'll pull some out because I know I do have some. So I also wanted to mention some lip products. I nearly forgot, but the first thing, you know, I also talking about how I like watermelon. I got this gloss from Iheart Revolution. This is the shade, I can never find it. Melonade. Yeah, really nice gloss. I wouldn't really say it's like a revolutionary formula of gloss or anything like that, but it's a nice gloss, and it wasn't that expensive. I feel like it was under a fiver. Next thing I want to talk about was the lip kit, like the Soph lip kits. I really like them. Like, this is the candy icing one, and they have a toffee apple one, and I have both. I like them because she's obviously made these where it's like, these are for people with fair skin and the other one is for dark, but you can wear both, like they're both quite versatile, like. And I like the fact that it's a lip balm, not a lipstick, because lately I've not really been liking lipstick that much. I've been liking more shinier lipsticks, I guess, or like glossy. This is a really good deal to get a liner and a lip balm like this in a lip kit. I think they were maybe like £8 for this, but it's really good. Like, they are really good. The last thing I want to talk about is the e.l.f. Sheer Slick Lipstick, and this is in the shade Golden Pear. This is what I have on today. It's really pretty. Like, it's not going to be a long lasting lipstick, it just isn't, but it's a really nice feel, really slick on the lips, like feels hydrating. And yeah, it's just a quick easy lipstick, like it's something I can just throw on with most things and it goes. So I'd say that was another favorite, and I think that's everything. Yeah, I think so. So yeah, the next video I'm gonna do is ranking all my palettes, so look forward to that. And I hope you found some recommendations in this and you end up buying some cool stuff. And let me know if you like any of it, or if you have any of it, your opinions. I'd love to know. Love chatting with you guys. Like, yeah. So that's it really. Thank you for watching. Thank you. And I hope you all have a great day. Please subscribe and like this video. And please comment too. I love talking to you guys, like I say. It's one of the best things about doing this, is getting like a little outlet to speak to new people. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.